Hey guys, what's up? This is the JNR Bros, and today I'm gonna be doing a playthrough of Terraria. So let's get started.
Okay, Joey, that's already.
I'm gonna call my character the Lone Ranger. Alright, I created my character. Time to create the world. Now I've played this game before, I've beaten it, but I'm gonna start fresh just for the sake of it. Gonna do a small world. Gonna start on normal. Uh, mm, we'll do corruption. I'm gonna call this Ranger 1. So I know that this game's been out for a while, but the cool thing about it is that you get to do these different loadouts and stuff like that. You get to explore, you get to create houses and stuff like that. You meet the NPCs. It's a really cool game. You get to fight bosses and stuff like that and collect the loot. Um, uh, you get to play with friends and stuff like that. It's a cool game. And right now I'm gonna be starting out fresh. So let's see what happens. Haven't played in a corruption world actually in a while. I've mainly been playing on uh Crimson worlds because they offer better loot and stuff like that. So just for the I've never went on hard mode, and I'll get into that later in the series. But uh hard mode is, well, it's pretty self-explanatory, but you know, there's a lot of extra stuff that comes in the game, so we'll get into that later. So I'm gonna chop down some trees, make a house for the guide. Now what the guide does is he'll he'll tell you, like, for example, this wood right here, it says it's a material, right? You could give it to him and he'll tell you what you could make out of that. For example, we'll put this wood in here and I could make all this stuff right here. Marshmallow on a stick. I've never seen that before. Um, but what I'm gonna try to do is I need some walls.
Try to make those fancy walls.
Yeah, but first I need a workbench. So pops up right here in my inventory. Of course, this is used for crafting and stuff like that. Um, so what I'm gonna make here, every house requires a certain length of the house. It requires a table and a chair, right? So I'm gonna set that down right here, and I'm gonna make some walls. I'm gonna set up the house. Alright. Might want to chop down a couple more trees. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to beat the game with a ranger loadout, which is a really good loadout. There's a lot of stuff that's up for grabs at the beginning. It kind of depends too if it mainly consists of, well, guns, but also bows. I'm more of a gun type person, so I have a preference over the bow. But there's some pretty cool bows in the game, like the Daedalus Storm bow, which is a really good bow that you'll get in hard mode. But that's not till later on, so I'm gonna keep things kind of basic here. Let me craft a bow. Alright, so how do I make arrows again? Oh yeah, I need stone. Hmm. So pretty soon here, I'm gonna go mining, and throw away my copper sword. Yeah, that's the worst thing that you could start out with, essentially, is the starter weapon. So best thing to do right now is to get as many arrows as I can. What I need to do here is I'm gonna kill this slime right here. God, my aim is awful. So the cool thing about the arrows is that you get to pick them up, unlike the bullets, which is more efficient. Makes the pickaxes a little more efficient, but uh, but still a good choice. Hmm. Alright, I got all I need to make the houses. There are a lot of very useful NPCs that I'm gonna get to in a, or have access to in a second. But uh, you know, different NPCs serve different purposes in the game, which I'll get into later. Um, you need certain requirements though for uh, the NPCs. They like for example uh, what's his face the the merchant, right? He needs in order for him to come to your town is I believe it's 50 silver at least, but it's fairly easy to accomplish because if you just go around um, killing enemies, uh, you'll be alright. I'm crafting their bow. So in a minute I'm gonna start exploring, just where it's gonna get interesting. Whoops. Alright guys, I'm gonna start exploring. Hmm. Oh god, I'm gonna die. Ooh. Ouch. Ooh, I got a shackle. What? Alright, so that's all for today. That was the first part. Now it was a little slow, but it'll get interesting in the next episode, I promise. Alright. Goodbye, guys.